Right, welcome guys. The meme lives on. Kathleen Kennedy, rumoured to be stepping down. I know. It's very sensationalist. I know. And it's normally clickbait, isn't it? We've heard it so many times. Maybe this is the time that is actually happening. Matthew Baloney of Puck, which we're going to take a look at his article in a minute, which is behind a paywall, is a known insider in Hollywood. He has broken a lot of news. And he has actually broken a fair amount of news specifically with Disney and Lucasfilm. Now, it doesn't mean that this is true, obviously, but it does put that a little bit higher up on, on the rung of believability. So, the meme becometh. Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down at Lucasfilm. That's the news. Allegedly. Allegedly. Hit subscribe if you're a returning viewer that's not yet subscribed, guys. I can see from the analytics. Be great to have you here more often. And I will say as well, guys, thank you so much to everyone who has already subscribed. Please just share this video out there. That would really, really help the channel out. And if you like what I do and you want to support me further, I do have a Patreon. I'll leave it linked down below in the description box. You can get access to exclusive Q&As, exclusive content, all down below for as little as $2 a month. It's very, very cheap. Anyway, let's take a look, shall we? Again, the meme becometh. The headline alone. Kathleen Kennedy to step down at Lucasfilm. After a mixed 13-year run. Mixed? That's the understatement of the century. The legendary movie producer has informed Disney, as well as friends and associates, that she will exit as Lucasfilm president by the end of the year. Bold claim. I'll be interested to see if it happens. I love this as well. Legendary producer. Legendary in what context? I mean, obviously that's not, doesn't necessarily mean it's always positive. Legendary in terms of her being utterly garbage. Yeah, I guess so. But anyway, like I said, Matthew Baloney of Puck says this. And it's a pretty good article overall. So it says, it's happening. After years of speculation and polite urging from observers like me, Kathleen Kennedy has informed Disney, as well as friends and associates, that she will exit as Lucasfilm president by the end of the year, per 3 sources. So that's interesting. That's doing your due diligence, isn't it? 3 sources. So Disney and Kennedy's personal publicist declined to comment. Not a huge shock, of course. Kennedy will be... it is a bit of a shock, to be fair. I mean, she's getting on, obviously. But it is still a shock. This woman was just trundling along forever, it seemed. But yeah, she could be 72 in June. And the legendary movie producer will have run Lucasfilm for 13 years as George Lucas's hand-picked steward under Disney. I mean, what a terrible pick she was. Kathy was actually planning to leave last year, I'm told, and had even set up an exit interview with a journalist, but she decided to stay for 1 more year. Why? 1 more year of damage. Why? OG Puck readers know I've been critical of Kennedy's record at Lucasfilm. She gets credit for reinventing Star Wars for streaming with The Mandalorian, but the hit rate on Disney Plus series has been low, especially considering the cost of those shows, and she effectively tossed the Star Wars film franchise into a Death Star trash compactor with 3 high-grossing yet increasingly desperate and disjointed Skywalker movies. And actually, they might be high-grossing overall, but they gradually declined in profit. And gross, like overall gross total. So, yeah, not good. Plus 2 spin-offs and a parade of high-profile development that led to scrapped projects and disgruntled creatives. Ask a top creator about their experience working with Lucasfilm, and you'll likely get an earful. Unclear direction, paralysed decision-making, extreme aversion to creative risks, yet also slavish devotion to a fanbase that has become increasingly toxic. Not great. I disagree with that final part. The fanbase hasn't become increasingly toxic. Lucasfilm has become increasingly toxic. And the fanbase has simply just responded to them in kind. That's just what happens. The fanbase doesn't owe you anything. You, as a creator, actually owes the fanbase things. Right? That's actually how it works. You don't have a product without fans. So Kennedy has been telegraphing her exit lately, selling her and husband Frank Marshall's Malibu house, offloading art, and talking to friends about working with Frank more. She's also been collecting career honours from everyone from the Austin Film Festival to the American Society of Cinematographers to this week's Oscar Wilde Award in LA. Departing this year will allow a successor to handle the 2026 release of The Mandalorian and Grogu, the first Star Wars movie since 2019's The Rise of Skywalker. I mean, that's mad, isn't it? It'll be 7 years since the last movie. That's crazy. Goes to show just how bad they screwed it up. This year, she's got only the second season of Andor, which will likely be an Emmy contender. The trailer looks good. The trailer doesn't look good. I watched it yesterday, and it's so anticlimactic, and the musical choice was really quite bland. And I really like Andor, but even I'm watching that trailer going, they've not done a good job of advertising this. Because Andor's, in my eyes, it is a good show. Whether you agree or disagree with Star Wars or not, we can have that debate, I guess. But the point, they didn't do a very good job advertising it, is the main point. But anyway, which will blah, blah, blah. Who might Disney film chief Alan Bergman choose as Kennedy's successor? Dave Filoni would be the top internal candidate, I'd surmise, assuming Jon Favreau has little interest. Who else? Let the speculation throughout the Hollywood galaxy begin. Oh, good times. Good times. So there you go. She is supposed to be exiting this year. It is interesting that she was supposed to be leaving last year, but then just chose to stay on. I wonder what the exit interview is going to be like. Oh, it's going to be quite comical, isn't it? After completely running Lucasfilm and Star Wars into the ground, she absolutely destroyed Lucasfilm. Every single property that they actually had, right? Every bit of IP that they owned as a studio that they could develop into anything, they subsequently just destroyed. Willow, destroyed, gone, they had to cancel it. Disney, Star Wars, sorry. You screwed that up. That's a complete mess. Indiana Jones, completely screwed that up as well. What else does Lucasfilm actually have that is appealing to Disney in terms of developmental IP? Like nothing. There's nothing there. There's nothing there at all. But it is interesting how he notes she was supposed to leave last year, had an exit interview lined up, all this kind of stuff, which does corroborate the previous information, which was she was going to be leaving after Indiana Jones movie. So there you go. What do you think? Again, I know the meme becometh, I know. But she's said to be leaving again. What do you think? Let me know down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.